I'll begin the Q&A with a few questions, but I would like you all to be involved, and you may have questions for each other to both really beautiful films and a lot of comparisons and parallels in each. Firstly, a question for both of you. I think in almost every frame of both of your films, there's a presence of a body, a presence of human body, a presence of skin. And those bodies are often interacting. They're interacting with the frame, they're interacting with the landscape, interacting with clothing, quite often in your film, Jen, and with nature and objects in yours, Khalik. I wondered if you could speak a little bit about the importance of that kind of framing and the importance of the presence of skin and a body filling your frames.
Yo, first, thanks for sticking with that film, because it's not the easiest thing to watch, for real. Yeah, man, with the bodies, I mean, I'm always taking portraits, but it's supposed to be going beyond the flesh. It's supposed to be deeper than that. It's supposed to be like x-rays, you know what I'm saying? These are portraits, but these are supposed to go beneath the surface, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, bodies and race is definitely a big part of my film. You know, there's a lot of colorism in Jamaica, self-hatred, you know, the results of colonialism, you know what I'm saying? When you talk about skin bleaching, so on and so forth. And in my film, you know, it's called Black Mother, but I made it, you know what I'm saying? It's from a son's perspective, you know what I mean? So the whole thing is totally subjective to me, to my understanding of Jamaica, you know what I'm saying? And I just wanted to include the breast, you know what I'm saying, to like show the earth, you know what I'm saying? I never seen a film on Jamaica that wasn't about reggae, you know what I mean? So this was definitely supposed to be a whole different approach, you know what I mean? And the bodies, to me, it was just a means to an end, you know what I'm saying? It was like by the end of the film, the spiritual concepts, the spiritual ideas kind of were meant to eclipse all of the other political races, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But it was supposed to be deeper by the time you get to the end, you know?
And Jen, I wondered if you had any thoughts on the kind of, within your film, the body is very much a performance and a performative piece.
Yeah, I've never thought of it directly in that way, I guess, for me. It's an interesting question. I'm trying to figure out how to answer. I think for me, I'm also thinking about perseverance, maybe, on one level. And then on another level, thinking of, I don't know, I'm not thinking about it, but I'm thinking about being of some sort. Yeah.
Cool. And I think, again, just, I don't want to draw parallels within both films with each question, but the kind of layers of sound within each piece I find really interesting. Yours is very much led by musical rhythm and quotation, which is archival quotation. And Khalik, in your work, it's natural, it's field recording, it's picking up sound of the space and then kind of weaving that. And it often kind of, I feel, at least maybe I'm entirely wrong, but it feels like that leads the structure, or is at least equal to the image that we see. I wondered if you could say a little about how you work with sound in your films.
Yeah, I guess for me, I'm often using sound, or for me in my films, sound play character roles. So I see sound as an extension, or for me, like sound and vision are like have equal importance within film. And then also going into making this film, I was thinking about Arthur Jaffa's quote, which is wanting to make black cinema with the power, beauty, and alienation of black music, because it's the one place as a people where we fully actualize ourselves, and if tomorrow we're never to make a single song no more, we've actualized our potential, you know? And so I'm constantly thinking about links between black music and cinema, and how do I create that level of actualization in cinema. So it's kind of like a move towards, or I'm trying to anticipate potentiality on that level. And then also, I'm referentially, at least as a filmmaker, I know cinephile, so I can't consider myself a cinephile, compared to what I know what others know, but I'm, okay, yeah, sure, no problem. So for me, I'm constantly thinking about moments in music, and I'm trying to make recreations of that in sound. So for example, one aspect of music that I'm very in love with is the bridge. And so when I'm thinking about the bridge in music, if I think about like Earth, Wind and Fire bridges, or like Stevie Wonder bridges, or like Ohio Player bridges, thinking about how do I take that, oh, I have luck today. I'm thinking about how do I take that feeling and turn it into movement, and turn it into the visual. And I've had a long relationship with music. Like, music is my first love, and I also used to be a DJ as well. And so I think there's an aspect of that approach that I'm taking to my work. So I'm thinking about call and response, and that tends to be my work. I'm constantly digging. I see that as the archive, you know. And even in terms of my approach, like, you know, I'm constantly trying to play jazz with my music, with my movies, you know. So I would say on that level, that's where the relationship between sound and vision sits with me.
I totally relate to that. I say the sound is just as important as the visuals. For me, I edited the audio first in this project. I have recorded like 6 hours of interviews, discussions, testimonies, and it was hard. I was like, damn, how am I gonna break down 6 hours into a 77-minute film, you know what I'm saying? But it was just a matter of trying to structure it through the audio first. I look at the audio like an art gallery, like a photo gallery or something, and I build the film, the structure of it with the audio first. It's like the scaffolding, you know, and then I come in with the visuals later, you know what I'm saying? That's the easy part to me. That's the fun part. That's like the part I'm trying to get to when I could just, it's like playing Tetris, you know what I'm saying? Just fitting pieces together. So the audio was very important, you know what I'm saying? You could tell like my whole film is based off of the audio. Once I decided, you know, to film Rebirth, then it became easier for me to structure it, because I was like, okay, I could just break it into 3 parts, 3 trimesters. Really, there's a 4th part, you know what I'm saying, the birth. So it's like the 4 quadrants of the heart, you know what I'm saying? Like, this film is not from the head, you know what I'm saying? This is from the chest. This is not a cerebral project, you know what I'm saying? When I was making my choices, editing-wise, it was just what feels best, you know what I'm saying? So it was really musical, like how you said jazz. Like, I was standing up a lot while I was editing, but I chose not to include music in my film, you know what I'm saying? Too much music. It's just hymns from the church and freestyles from people in the street, you know what I'm saying? But I felt like if I used produced music in the film, it would give it just a whole different energy I didn't want it to have, you know what I'm saying?
Within your film, Khalik, there is this, you know, as you said, a kind of grand theme there of nature, of heritage. Also, your grandfather features in the film. For you, was that something you kind of preconceived, or was it really exploratory? Initially, working with audio and creating interviews, field recordings in the space, did you have a direction right away, or was it more of a kind of free jazz, as you said?
Yeah, it was like free jazz. It was a freestyle. The whole film was, I mean, nothing was planned. Like, it was a freestyle, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would shoot the material and just study it, you know what I'm saying? Like, first, I have a sensibility, so as a photographer, this is a photographer's documentary, you know what I'm saying? And that's why there's so many portraits anyway. But I didn't know what the film was gonna be. It just kind of manifested itself little by little. And then I would study the material I had, and then I would say, okay, go back and shoot X, Y, and Z, and those things will complement the audio that I have. But usually it was just like I had the microphone in my backpack, and I would just be filming someone and then do an interview, or the other way around. But yeah, I didn't know it was gonna be, you know, Black Mother or have a focus, you know what I'm saying, on the woman the way that it does. You know what I'm saying? It kind of taught me. I was like, all right, let me go that route.
Cool. I think I've asked enough questions. I'll open it up to you guys. I'm sure there are many thoughts and questions out there. We have a lady here.
Hi, I like the film. I would like to ask, how long did it take you to shoot, and why did you use the traditional way of filming? Because for me, I'm used to all the interviews, you know, the traditional stuff. I liked what you did, but why did you go the route?
Yeah.
So using the out of sync audio and video, it's kind of like a book. You know, when you read a novel, you depend on your imagination to put pictures to the words. And here you have a break between the audio and video, and that causes the audience to participate in the film in a different way than if somebody was just looking into the camera, speaking direct to you. So it was just to give it more of a spherical view, and, you know, to also say, like, what is the truth? Like, you know, I'm not trying to say, you know, this is the hard facts, this is the truth. The break between the audio and video kind of lets you look at it and come up with your own understanding, you know? Like the part when, you know, one of the rosters is talking about the church, and you see the two young girls, like, at the church. That's perfect for them. That's exactly where they're supposed to be at. You can't really say nothing they're doing wrong. So juxtaposing that image up against what he's saying just indicates that it's a lot deeper, you know what I'm saying, than one person's perspective, you know? So yeah, you know, breaking the audio and video is just, you know, a technique, because like I said, this is a photographer's documentary. A picture is worth 1,000 words. You know what I'm saying? I think it's kind of boring to see the person looking into the camera, speaking directly, although it does happen twice in this film. You know, once on my grandmother and then once on my grandfather. And that was just to highlight them, just to, you know, the elders or the ancestors that passed away. You know what I'm saying? That's why I included that like that, just to break up the style, you know.
If you could both talk a little bit about the media that you use. So, I mean, Khalik, you've got at least two kinds of material in there, the 16mm digital, and I think there's a bit of archive from a child. I don't know if that's, or maybe not, no. And obviously you're using both contemporary choreographed material and archival footage. Yeah, if you could talk a little bit about your approach to putting that together.
Yeah, sure. So mine is a mixture of archive and shot footage. So I'd say about maybe 60% of it is archive, 40% of it is what we shot. I shot some stuff myself on a Super 8mm in Johannesburg, in Soweto. And then we shot the rest of it on 35mm film, mainly shot in South London. And then in Brixton, and then we shot some stuff in West Sussex, so in Camber Sands, which is if you see the baby that's like bathed in blue, that's in Camber Sands. But everything else, like the Nation of Islam headquarters, were in Brixton, and also the dance that you saw was on Atlantic Road in Brixton as well. Yeah, so most of it we shot, for the most part, was shot in London, and then with the exception of the casket shot, actually, that pops in and out, was also in Camber Sands too.
This is the first film you shot on analog, right? The first of this length, at least.
Yeah. There's so many different formats. You know, a little bit about my relationship to Jamaica anyway. You know, as you could tell from the film, my maternal family is Jamaican, and my paternal family is from Iran. You know, so I got both of these heritages, but I don't really know about the Iranian side. Like, my pops never really schooled me to that when I was young, you know. But maybe in the future I'll make a movie about that, you know what I'm saying? Just to complete the, you know, make it 360 degrees. But yeah, there's so many different formats, and that just adds different textures, you know what I'm saying? If I had shot this all with 16 millimeter, you may have thought this was from the 70s, you know what I'm saying? So having the HD footage keeps it fresh, exactly, time and place. Like, this is a mirror, this is a modern day mirror of Jamaica, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people have been asking me, have you screened it in Jamaica? What do the Jamaican people think about it, you know what I'm saying? Well, the Jamaicans who I have screened it in front of, they just talk throughout the whole movie, yo. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's just because they could recognize so many things and they relate to it in such a way, you know what I'm saying? And even my mother, like, I was working on this for 3 years, and with the title, she thought it was just about her. Like, she thought it was some biopic or something, you know what I'm saying? And then she's seen it and seen how raw it is with, you know, prostitution and street life. And then she was like, oh, okay, like, this is, you know what I'm saying, this is not just about me, you know what I mean? But yo, all of the formats, it was like a collage, just like a visual collage, you know? And also, because I've been filming in Jamaica since 15 years old, with a high 8 tape camera, you know, then going back with Super 8 and HD footage, and lastly, 16 millimeter.
Can take more audience questions. Is there anybody out there? Is there a hand up there? Yeah, there's one on the left here. And then the lady behind you afterward.
First of all, I think they were both incredibly beautiful films, and I was quite blown away by the style of both of them and your approaches. And I was just interested in how you'd kind of woven so many different themes within one film. It kind of encompasses so much, and there's a sort of connectedness between everything, and it feels like a real kind of spiritual journey. So this isn't a very structured question, but I just wondered how you, or I suppose how you structured it, because it's sort of, I mean, it's amazing to watch, but it felt like, wow, how did you put that together?
So I guess it's a question about your editing process and whether you kind of draft the rhythm and work with it or rework it.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to come with something that was different, because the only time that you see God in a film is usually a horror film. And it's in some demonic way, it's in some scary way, like The Exorcist or something, you know what I'm saying? So God is never really portrayed in a good light, you know what I'm saying, in film. And especially religion is something so divisive. I thought it would be radical to include it in a film and make it like the prominent theme, you know what I'm saying? So that was very important. And also, you know, there's so much bad news in the world anyway. I was trying to really come with the good news, you know what I'm saying? In my country, you know, Trump got elected, you know what I'm saying? And I was editing throughout that whole thing, like, damn, this film is important because I gotta come with something that's uplifting, you know? So that was the major goal, you know what I'm saying? And then the structuring was just a matter of trying to find what was most interesting to me, you know what I'm saying, from all of the material that I had, because I had so much material. I could have made like so many different films from this, you know, that's why there's so many different themes. And Jamaica is a very small island, you know what I'm saying, it's smaller than Long Island, which is just a little piece of New York, you know what I'm saying? So, but it's such a big place, you know what I'm saying, spiritually and, historically, you know what I'm saying, it's so large. So I felt it very necessary to include all those themes. And if you notice, like, the first trimester is real busy. There's a lot going on. There's a lot to chew on, you know what I'm saying? And then it progressively gets deeper and a little tighter, you know what I'm saying? By the second trimester, it's all, you know, dealing with colorism, you know what I'm saying? It's dealing with more deeper issues, you know what I'm saying? By the third trimester, it's just that funeral. And you know, by that point, especially that 7-minute prayer at the end is supposed to take you way beneath the surface than what you may expect from Jamaica. The first trimester is kind of what you may expect, you know what I'm saying? Marijuana, reggae, some of the tropes, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, the way it's looked is like Jamaica is a paradise in the Caribbean, but really, you know what I'm saying, Jamaica just got its independence in the 70s, you know, in the 60s, you know what I'm saying? And since then, it's become a service economy, you know what I'm saying? So in a way, it's been raped, you know what I'm saying, by where we are now, you know, England, you know what I'm saying? And then it got its independence and just became a service economy where all the money is based off of tourism. So in that way, it's almost selling itself out, like it's almost prostituting itself. You know what I'm saying? That's why I like the title, like people ask me about the title. The title was, you know what I'm saying, literal and figurative, you know? But when you see like the focus on prostitution, that's also symbolic to the island. When you see the water, you know what I'm saying, that's also symbolic to the woman, you know what I'm saying? And the water is also symbolic to death because I'm more of an eternalist. Like I don't believe in death. Death is an illusion. You know what I'm saying? It's like water. Water could be ice, it could be gaseous, it could be liquid, and that's the same thing, that type of transition. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna go through that spiritually, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? This is just kindergarten, this planet Earth, you know what I mean?
I'm afraid I'm being told that we're running out of time because we were a little late getting people in. I'm sure Jenn and Khalik will be happy to continue the conversation afterwards. Thank you all very much for coming. Please put your hands together.